In 2010, a routine clinical study at Bay State Medical Center revealed something deeply unsettling about the human body. It began in the quiet, sterile corridors of the hospital. Medical staff, doctors and nurses working exhausting, high-stress shifts started reporting a bizarre physical sensation. Imagine standing in a crowded elevator or rushing down a hallway when suddenly you feel it. A sharp, distinct, rhythmic vibration against your thigh. Naturally, you reach down, you pull out your device, you stare at the glass. But there is nothing. No text, no missed call, no notification. Just absolute, dead silence. At first, these doctors thought it was just fatigue, a minor muscle twitch caused by stress. But then it happened again the next day, and the day after that. When Lead researcher Dr. Michael Rothberg finally crunched the numbers, the reality was staggering. Over 89% of the subjects in the study suffered from the exact same neurological illusion. Today, this psychological glitch has an official name: phantom vibration syndrome. But to understand why your own skin is lying to you, we have to look behind the screen. We have to look at how your biology was violently hijacked. To understand why your leg is twitching right now, we have to travel back a few 100,000 years. In nature, your nervous system evolved with one primary, uncompromising goal: keeping you alive. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. It is designed to keep you from being eaten. If a prehistoric hunter felt a microscopic, almost imperceptible twitch on his ankle, his brain did not ignore it. It couldn't afford to. It immediately interpreted that tiny friction as a deadly spider or a crawling, venomous insect. In evolutionary biology, this is what we call a false positive. To the brain, it is infinitely safer to mistake a harmless blade of grass for a hidden snake than it is to mistake a hidden snake for a harmless blade of grass. You survive by being paranoid. You survive by overinterpreting the slightest movement against your skin. For millennia, this system worked perfectly, until you did something your ancestors could never have anticipated. You took a synthetic, high-frequency stimulus machine, and you placed it directly against your flesh. Every single day, your clothes rub against your skin. Your muscles naturally twitch from micro-fatigue. In the past, your brain easily filtered these background noises out. It ignored them. But things have changed. Your brain has been reprogrammed to listen. Right now, your brain is in a state of hypervigilance. It is constantly, quietly waiting for the next hit of digital dopamine. When you are anticipating a text, a validation comment, or an urgent email, your nervous system primes your sensory receptors. It elevates your neurological sensitivity to the absolute maximum. It turns up the volume of your skin. So, when you take a step and your genes slightly shift, your hyper-primed brain immediately misinterprets that simple mechanical friction. It panics. It fires an emergency signal directly to your consciousness. Alert. Someone is looking for us. Someone is validating our existence. You reach for the phone. You find nothing. And that is when the worst part happens. You don't feel relieved. You feel a sudden, quiet, hollow drop in your chest. A momentary sense of isolation. Do not blame your biology for this. Your body is simply doing what it was designed to do. The real problem is that this neurological cage was built for you on purpose. Let us step behind closed doors into a basement laboratory at Harvard University during the 1950s. A behavioral psychologist named B.F. Skinner is experimenting on a hungry pigeon inside a small, stark box. In the first phase, the mechanism is simple. Every single time the pigeon pecks a small wooden lever, a seed drops into the tray. The reward is entirely predictable. The result? The pigeon only presses the lever when it is hungry. Once it is full, it stops, it walks away. But then, Skinner changes the code. He introduces what is known as variable ratio reinforcement. Now, when the pigeon pecks the lever, a seed is dispensed completely at random. Sometimes it drops on the first peck, sometimes on the 5th, sometimes not until the 30th. The reward is completely unpredictable. The result was terrifying. The pigeon became utterly, psychotically obsessed. It began pecking the lever frantically over and over thousands of times an hour. It pecked until its beak literally bled. It ignored food. It ignored rest. It ignored its own survival. it became a prisoner to the possibility of a reward. Fast forward 50 years. Silicon Valley engineers did not invent the smartphone to be a tool. They studied Skinner's data with industrial precision. Your notifications do not arrive on a predictable schedule. Your likes, your messages, your dopamine hits are entirely variable. Because the reward is unpredictable, your brain has entered the exact same state of manic obsession as Skinner's pigeon. You are constantly pecking the glass, even when it isn't even ringing. As the tech industry grew, they ran into a massive corporate problem: the competition for your eyes. Advertisers realized they couldn't monetize your attention if your smartphone was tucked away in your backpack or resting quietly in your pocket. They needed a way to bypass your eyes entirely. They needed to hack your physical body. They turned your device into a physical anchor. Every real buzz, every slight vibration creates a microdose of the stress hormone cortisol. Your body enters a low-grade, perpetual fight-or-flight response the moment you walk out your front door. Over months and over years, this constant chemical flooding physically rewires your somatosensory cortex. Your brain actually expands the neural pathways dedicated to feeling your thigh. Think about the horror of that reality. The tech industry did not just buy advertising space on your screen. They successfully annexed your actual nervous system. They bought a lease inside your flesh. So the next time you are walking down the street and you feel that familiar phantom twitch against your leg, stop. Do not pull the machine out of your pocket. Do not give the pigeon another frantic peck. Stand completely still. Let those simulated stress chemicals wash naturally through your veins and let them flush out of your system. You need to realize the most important, liberating truth of the modern digital age. The phone did not vibrate in your pocket. It vibrated inside your mind, and you are the only one who holds the power to turn it off.